Hello and welcome. Coming on to you. I am not coming on to you. Coming live to you on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Look, here's the deal. I know that you want to win. You're chasing an ROI in your business. You're building a fucking empire. You're doing the thing. But maybe it feels like there's just something missing. Like you're still sending out reminder emails at 9 o'clock at night after the kids go to bed, and your husband's staring at you going, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you ever stop working? Or maybe you rush into your day and you're not actually taking some time for yourself to eat proper nutrition to start your day on a really positive note. Maybe there's just that one thing missing where you know things could be a little better. So today, I'm going to give you the missing piece. So if you're joining me live, say hello. Let me know you're here. I am new to TikTok Live, so we're going to see. Amy, I see you. Just let me know if, try commenting so I can see comments. I don't know how to see comments. We'll figure this out. Okay. Okay, Amy, yay. I see comments. Yay. Hello. Good. All right. So I'm going to share the missing piece with you today. I help you make sense of the shit of your life that happens in between the business deals so that you can create the life that you want right now. Not waiting until you're ready, not waiting to book that reservation at that restaurant that you've been dying to go to, not waiting to book that trip until you've hit a certain income level, but actually doing it now. No waiting, no chasing. So let's dive in. 2025 has been a year where we have been purging. We've been letting go. We've been removing. We've been walking away from certain people, certain communities. Maybe you've noticed that things that you used to do in your business now don't make any sense anymore. You're not doing them. We've noticed a big shift in how things are moving through our experience. Aloha, Blissberry. I don't know who Blissberry is, but aloha. All right. So as we're leaning into this, we felt the big surge of it in March of 2025. During eclipse season, it was messy, it was chaotic, it was a little crazy. And then September was like that culmination point where the volcano was like, it's ready to blow. Second eclipse season in September, where we noticed that culmination of all the 9. Like, I am done. I'm up to here. I am not talking to that person anymore. I am not doing these activities anymore. I am not doing any of this shit anymore because I am done. But that energy was also inviting us into an expanded capacity for more growth, more money, more clients, more fun, more play in our lives. And I think that's the key here, is to really maximize the return on investment of your life, not just your business. Because what the fuck are you building it all for? If you are hustling, you're grinding, you're doing the work, you're building the sales pages, you're building the funnels, you're working with clients, you're creating content, your content creation like crazy, you're on 12 different platforms, and then the next thing you know, your health's gone to shit, your relationships are falling apart at the seams, your adrenals are fatigued beyond repair, and you're going, oh, well, now I'm too tired to go live my life. So live your life now and create a business that supports the lifestyle that you want. Take care of your health now. Spend quality time in your relationships now. That's the whole point of this year. Now, November energy is a little bit tricky. November brings in Mercury retrograde starting on Sunday this week. We've also got this energy of the 2. So this 2 energy is bringing in this polarity. It's creating a duality. It's creating friction. If you look out into the world, into the collective, there is a lot of friction right now. There is a lot of duality. There's a lot of two-sidedness. I see this side and I see that side, but we're not seeing the together, the one in the 2. So November is going to create a bit of a kerfuffle. Turbulence is the word. And it's not to punish. It's not to make us go, oh, what the fuck am I doing? It's really to help us understand what's triggering us so that we can fucking do something about it. Your triggers are the pathway to what you want, not punishment or you're doing it wrong or the universe doesn't want you to have what you want. That's a bunch of bullshit. Hello, wisdom of the numbers. Hello, hello. The comments go by so fast on TikTok. I can't keep up. So if I miss any of your comments, please just let me know. Okay, so November is a little bit tricky, a little bit messy, and we've got this. We've got this. So for November, the biggest, hi, Kristen. Yes, I saw your picture. I get it. So the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves in November is to lean into the duality, to notice what's triggering me, and to dig a little deeper into why that's causing a trigger. Say, for example, somebody says something to you and you're just like fly off the handle and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you just fucking said that. It's so rude, right? Well, why did you think that was rude? Why do you feel like you're offended by that or anything? What's the underlying belief beneath that? And when you figure that out, then you can move through the trigger and you can bring more acceptance and compassion to the situation. And then you get to shift and move forward. That's the whole point of November. Now, let's break it down day by day, actionable, tangible things you can do every single day to make your life fucking magical. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right. Monday, November 10th. Excuse me, guys. November 10th. Pay attention on November 10th. This is really important. So now we're in Mercury retrograde. So the Mercury retrograde, please don't blame shit on Mercury, that poor little planet. What we want to do during Mercury retrograde is recognize that communication glitches. This means technology, people, marketing, signal lights while you're driving, all sorts of things get a little bit wonky. They slow down. If you remember that it's a time of slowing down, then we can lean in, observe, witness what's going on and make adjustments accordingly versus just flying off the handle. So Monday, November 10th, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Notice where your thoughts are before you rush into action. Your mind is going to be hyperactive on Monday. And despite it being powerful, because you're all smart, I know you're smart, and you're hyper intelligent, and your mind is trying to run the show, but it ain't running the show. There is a part of you that can observe what you're thinking. So instead of running into your day half-cocked and flying off the handle at things, instead take some time in the morning for a good old-fashioned brain dump of all your ideas and all your thoughts and all the things you need to get done, because otherwise you're going to get super overwhelmed. And we don't want that. If you go into the week feeling overwhelmed, guess what your whole week is going to be? Overwhelming. Don't do that. So prioritize your week. But not from a place of obligation, not from a place of I should be doing that. Fuck that shit. From a place that lights you up and gets you excited to move. Notice if there's anything on this list that you create that feels heavy or off or misaligned or I'm just not sure if I should be doing that, right? Delegate it or delete it. It's that simple. Even if you only delegate it or delete it for the week, just to see what happens. What happens if you don't do that one thing for a whole week? What happens if you delegate that one thing for a whole week and just witness? So Monday, don't be running off half-cocked into your day without a solid, grounded plan of attack. Tuesday, take some time today to think and dream about your legacy. Pull yourself out of the day today, the mundane, the operations, the making the meals, all that. Just take a step back just for a minute today. Stop thinking about, think beyond the grocery list, the content production, that appointment that you need to book that you keep forgetting to send the message to. Look ahead. Look down the road. Maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. If you continue moving the way that you are right now, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, believing the same beliefs, taking the same actions, if you continue to do that, will you be where you want to be in 5 years? Guaranteed you won't, because we're all creating new habits and becoming new beings, right? We always have the opportunity to reinvent our identity. So what needs to change in your day-to-day to become that legacy that you want to create? Maybe you need to solidify a new boundary and put your phone down after dinner to actually spend quality time with your family. Perhaps a new habit of daily movement needs to be added in, because you know when you move your body, you make more money. Whatever it is, tap into what success looks like and feels like for you 5 years from now. What are you doing now that supports that? And what needs to go? Wednesday, changes in the air on Wednesday. Changes in the air. You're going to feel it in your bones. Big ideas dropping in, new downloads, new inspiration. And at the same time, you're going to feel like it's all fog. The narrative won't make sense. So instead of fighting it, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to have all these ideas come in and you're going to have this flood of information. And then you're like, I don't know what to do with that. So don't fight it. Don't resist it. Simply lean into the process. Let go of the attachment to clarity. The pathway to clarity is through confusion, so let yourself be fucking confused. It's okay. Write down those ideas. Write down all those intuitive downloads that come in, even if they don't make any fucking sense. They will later, I promise, don't worry. It'll all make sense later. Just brainstorm right now. Brainstorm those ideas. Write a list of content topics. Excuse me. Consider a system in your business that maybe needs a little bit of a cleanup, like your onboarding process or your content repurposing system. Come up with a plan to simplify it, but know that execution on the plan might feel a little wonky today. So don't stress about it. You can implement it later if you're not feeling it in the moment. Thursday, November 13th. There is an underlying pressure that's building. It's like, I can feel it under the surface, like a volcano that's ready to erupt. So, friction's going to be loud. Friction is going to be very loud, and you're going to be noticing anything in your world that feels misaligned, that feels off, that feels uncomfortable, that feels like, why the fuck am I doing this? And this right here is the beauty of it. Let yourself be triggered, because you get to observe. This isn't about being triggered and flying off the handle and reacting. It's about being the observer. Choosing to witness instead of going half-cocked off into reactionary mode. Slow the fuck down. Consciously choose which direction you need to move. You're not a fucking volcano. Even though sometimes our emotions bubble up to the surface so much it feels like that. But you are a free-willed human being with the power to observe and respond. So use that superpower today to notice where the leaks are. Ask your clients what their experience is in your containers. You'll get a lot of feedback about what they love and what they don't love and what needs to shift and what needs to pivot. Audit your client journey. Witness where you could make improvements. Where are you losing on retainment? Where are you losing on new clients coming in? Where's the leaks in your client journey? Maybe there's another offer that needs to be put in the middle. Maybe there's a membership opportunity. Who knows, right? You get to explore this. This is about refinement, not burning it all down. Even if you feel like burning it all down, please don't do that. Resist the urge. This is about refinement. Friday, November 14th. Do not try to push things today or force yourself into action. But also, don't be complacent and just say, I'm just going to fuck off for the day. Carve out CEO space for reflection about your life and your business. Schedule the day with no calls, no interruptions, and no deliverables, except be here at 11 a.m. Pacific, because I will be live doing the forecast again next week. Take yourself for a really nice long walk on your own with no headphones. Don't be listening to music. Don't be listening to somebody telling you what to do. No podcast. Just let yourself be in that space where you get to witness what's going on in your world. Journal on your experience in this moment and be radically honest with yourself about where things feel off kilter. What is it that you're still doing that you know doesn't fit anymore? Choose and enforce a boundary that you know you need to implement. Remember that you are the one in the driver's seat and you don't need anyone's approval but your own. Saturday, November 15th. I'm laughing about Saturday. I had an experience while I was prepping this forecast. I was like, oh my God, you can't make this shit up. My favorite expression as a numerologist is you can't make this shit up. And my fiance always laughs. He's like, it's so random. It is not random. Check this out. I'll tell you the story. So on Saturday, November 15th, go do something fun. Shake off the week. The week feels a little intense. There's a lot of stuff coming up to the surface. We're in that volcano ready to burst kind of stage. And so it's time to just let your hair down and go play. Go play. So often we're so focused on the building and the creating and the inner work and the heavy lifting and all this stuff. We forget to soak up the beauty that is this life. So plan an activity that you love on Saturday, or do something spontaneous and totally off the cuff, something completely out of the norm for you. Maybe hop in the car, go on a random road trip, just pick a spot on the map and go have a picnic. I don't know. But my personal favorite, this is the one that I did. So make reservations at a restaurant you've been meaning to, but you keep putting it off. Legit, after I wrote this, I've got my notes over here as I'm looking at this. I wrote that down and then I went downstairs to go grab a bite to eat, get ready for this live. And I opened up my phone and opened up Facebook. And right there was an event for a Great Gatsby dinner wine pairing at a restaurant that I have been meaning to go to, but have not yet tried. So of course I bought tickets and I'm going to get all dolled up and we're going to dress up in their 20s flapper outfits and we're going to go have some fun. That's what I mean. Go do something that you wouldn't normally do. I mean, I would normally do things like that, but just go do something fun and playful. Try something new and celebrate your fucking life. So many of you forget to do that. All right, and then finally, Sunday, November 16th, let your mind settle into some grounded clarity today. You're going to know now, after a week of what you're ready to move on. So now you can settle into a plan of attack, noticing a quieting of the mind, a stronger sense of certainty. You might not have all the moves, but you'll at least understand what's next. And that's all that matters, because your job is not to figure out all the hows. Your job is to just make the first move. The rest of it will be revealed as you go. But there will be this readiness to move with this grounded power. I have a mentor where occasionally I'm in her mastermind, but occasionally she does these intensives. So it's private that I get to hop in with her for like 2 weeks or a week, 4 days, whatever. So I grab those once in a while when I have the opportunity. And the first 2 intensives that I ever did with her, I was like, I got to get all the information. I got to get everything I possibly can. I was like, bang, 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 bang. And I tell you what, it was intense. I was like, at my desk for 12 hours. I was doing this and doing that. And I was working on 5 different projects at once and blah, it was chaos. But this last week, I had an intensive with her again. And I noticed the difference because I legit had 1 project. And even though I had access to her in Telegram for 4 days straight, there were days where I was like, I actually don't have any questions for you. So I'm just going to do my thing and then I'll ask if I have feedback when I'm done. So it was very calm, cool, and collected, but it wasn't this chaotic, like, I've got to figure it all out. It was just very grounded and it was so much more powerful, so much more impactful. And that's what I'm talking about with Sunday's energy. Don't try to go off trying to do all of the things, right? Give yourself 1 core priority for the week ahead instead of 15 and anchor into the feeling of it being done. and then get to work. Now, I can give you these little tidbits of energetic calibration every week. I hop on here, I go live. Apparently I'm on TikTok doing these lives now, but ultimately it comes down to who you are being every single day. So what I've just given you is collective energy. It's what the world is experiencing. It's what we're all thinking and feeling based off of numerology and astrology and lunar cycles. But how you move within your own personal chart is where the magic happens. Not this quick little live where you get some really cool information and you're like, thanks, Cindy, that was awesome, right? Your results come when you calibrate to these frequencies and your own, and you move with integrity within that. So when you're ready to boost your ROI on both your life and your business, you join my world. Follow me, DM me, I'm here. Now, if you are live, I'm not sure who's here. My regulars know the rules. If you are live, I am pulling cards. Now, I'm only going to stay on for a little bit, but if you would like me to pull cards for you, you do have to ask. I do not trespass, and I won't pull cards unless you ask for them. But if you would like for me to do so, I'm happy to. And hopefully I can catch the comments as they fly by. All right, Kristen, I got you. Live and alive and would love cards. Beautiful. All right. Blissberry Bear. I love that name. That's fun. Amy. All right. Okay. So I'm going to start with Kristen. Oh, Blissberry Bear. Of course it's Timothy. Duh. I'm like, I know that character. Okay. Kristen. 8 of Hearts, Ace of Hearts. That's really fun. This feels to me like an opportunity to just notice what parts of your life you need to walk away from. Kristen, I'm thinking about the 8 of Cups in traditional tarot. It's like, I am done. I'm fucking done. I'm burning it down and I'm walking away in order to create the experience that you absolutely fucking love, to really fall in love with your life. This opportunity for this week is for you to slow down a little bit so that you can see what it is that you're doing that no longer fits the narrative for where you're going, so that you can remove certain pieces, but then also get into that flow state that allows you to become this new identity, this new version of you. This feels very potent, Kristen. So if you can create some space around this, I think this would be really powerful for you to just look at and do maybe a little life audit. Like, what are some of the things I'm doing that no longer match where I'm going? Hopefully that lands for you. All right. Now I am going to go to Timothy, Blissberry Bear, and then Amy. And if anyone else is live and would like cards, let me know. How are we liking this TikTok experience? Kristen, totally in that space. Yeah, awesome. Good. Oh my God. Hold please. I'll be right back. Oh my God. Cards flying everywhere, Timothy. All right. Timothy. Okay, so the hearts are coming out to play. I love this. So Timothy, we've got 2 of Hearts, 4 of Clubs. Now Sunday's energy is the 4 of Clubs. So to me, it feels like this, whatever you do with this 2 of Hearts energy is really going to be clear on Sunday. Kristen, you like TikTok? Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. It's fun. It's different for me. Used to do this on Instagram, but Instagram's being a little bitch right now. So here we are. Okay. So Timothy, 2 of Hearts, 4 of Clubs. This is an opportunity for you to spend time with, let me rephrase, spend very high quality time with your most important relationships. So that starts with you. As you know, spend time with yourself, love on yourself, do the things that light you up, give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate yourself, talk yourself up, maybe do some mirror work, Timothy, to help you really shift into this and just fall in love with you. That in direct correlation is going to reflect out to all the other important relationships in your life. So the more you focus in and talk yourself up and be your own greatest fucking cheerleader, the easier it's going to be to connect to those other people in your world. This feels really, really potent, and it feels very grounding. It feels to me like, excuse me, by the end of the week, you're just going to feel very settled and very clear. Let me know how that lands for you, Timothy. All right. I am going to pull for Amy, and then I think that's it for comments. If I have missed you and I have not pulled cards, please let me know. And if you are live and you would like me to pull cards, I will stick on for a little bit. But we're going to, I think, end with Amy here. You can do that. Excellent, Timothy. All right, Amy. Haha. Amy, you can't make this shit up. Okay. King of Diamonds, Seven of Hearts. So, Amy, that King of Diamonds is exactly what you're working on. It wants you to structure your offers, to build that offer suite out, to get really clear on the client journey, to really understand and map that out and build the fucker. That's really what's being asked of you right now. And to trust the process. It's all going to work out exactly as it needs to. But first, you got to build some of the structure and those pieces, which is exactly what you're doing. So just keep doing what you're doing, Amy, and you're going to be just fine. I love that for you. Amy, also, if you have not yet done a money date, go do one. Do one this week. Get your finances in order this week. All right, my friends. Well, that was super fun. We'll be on TikTok next week. Same time, same place. Join me live. I'll pull cards for you. And yeah. Oh, announcement. I was supposed to go to Atlanta, Georgia on Monday. That's been canceled. I will share the story later. I will be doing a little video and talking about that. Amy, you are so welcome. Yes, but we pivot very quickly and we just move on. So I'll share that story a little bit later, and then you'll understand why next week's forecast is at the same time, the same place. All right, my friends, have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a beautiful weekend. Don't forget, celebrate the fuck out of your life. Okay. Okay, bye.